Hello everyone, Agion here, another Dawn of War 3 replay. Spawn on the north side as the Space Marines, we have Bigamo. Spawn on the south side as the biggest and the strongest orcs, we have Hamgono66. I'm probably absolutely butchering that name. For now with the update that you no longer need skulls, you don't need to no longer level up your heroes in order to get doctrinal unlocks. Now everything's just simply available, so we can see some more unique base play and people don't have to grind out things. We do got the custom force fields for the WOG towers. We got tons of bombs for the occasional grenade, as well as Squig Spada. We also got Storm Boys, Kamikaze, Orc Fields enters state. We got Zap Noggins, Tower Recall. Ludos can teleport to the nearest owned WOG tower. And we got Gorgotz's Healing WOG. Over on the Space Marine side, we got the Predator Shield, Predator Rate of Fire, Predator Destructor, and the improved Listening Post. Nothing too crazy. And something to note, we do have the 9-point elite unit, the Imperial Knight, over on the Space Marine side, so the Orc player will in fact have his elites much later, especially the third one. And we do got Gabriel Angelos for the Healing Circle. Jonathan Orion have his Barriers Erect a Shield. I haven't seen that one in replay yet, so that would be very interesting. Probably because nobody looks at Jonathan Orion. So now with the doctrines now being completely unlocked for everybody, you can actually try new strategies without having to grind a bit. And we also have the Imperial Knight shield. Devastators gain a temporary shield. So surprised if he's... No, look at this. We do not have any infantry units. Now a Devastator squad is being built in 2 minutes in. We do got Attack Marine on base on drop pod. And we got heavy eco-based play by the Space Marine player. On the Orc side, we only have 2 power. And we've got 3 requisition for the Space Marine. So he's going to go for eco-based play and going for more of a unique army, perhaps Devastators. Surprised we don't see Terminators if he's going for a Devastator-based style. Terminators, I believe, do have the Devastators do not need time to set up a command lock-in. Throws out a little scan over there as well. Oh, this is going to be interesting. He can hold the line to a degree with Devastators with the shield generators. So he's just going to go for eco-based play. I'm not exactly sure what the Orc player has in mind. He has a lot of chopping boys. Oh, every update, it changes my base default settings with this. It changes that every single time there's an update. Come on. We have some Ard boys now out on the field. So we do got a bit of assault here. He does have the servitor there to claim the shield generator, but he's going to go up and hack him to bits. I just realized how accurate that is for Orcs, but he was managed to be pushed out just slightly out of the shield generator, but he will actually reclaim it. We got Devastators on the high ground doing their nice AoE damage as well as the slow. The Assault Marines, in fact, just now only lost their shield, so they have plenty of time to work with and deal maximum damage, sustaining minimum losses. In fact, very minimum health damage as well. We've got some Ludos here being set on up to rip apart the Attack Marines. Did I say Assault Marines earlier? Attack Marines. And I hear the Storm Boys now out. The first elite unit is on the field. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the Space Marine player so we can get just a general idea of seeing when these drop pods are available and what they have loaded up into. So we're going to see some more Devastator squads. Very necessary, seeing the lack of infantry units. You got dual requisition over here as well, requisition over here. He's fully upgraded those. They're currently on equal economy. Actually, we do get the upgraded points already. The Space Marine player is just going to play this very passively. He's equal base play. And the Orc player is just actually a bit confused. He's not attacking, knowing his opponent will mount a sizable defense. He just doesn't realize what his opponent's doing just yet. No activated point. No activated point. Oh, he just needs more resources. I was thinking he might need an upgrade, but he does not. I was thinking he needs a stronghold upgrade, but you don't need to. Or in this case, Wog Tower number built. He's going to replenish his units. By the time he launches out attack, I think Jonathan Orion will be available. Yeah, he will be available. 16 seconds. Probably 10 seconds. It's now. Then 9, then 8, then 7, then 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Available now. Did I count too fast? A little bit too fast. You got the Wog Concert been initiated. You got these boys moving forward. There's one set of Ard boys as well as the Storm boys. He's going to destroy this. He really should take out the chapel. We do got the banner coming in as well as Jonathan Orion. Jonathan Orion has erected the I forget what it's called. The Emperor's Light as well as the Fury of the Ancient Stone Wall. That's the stone wall here. He's starting to build up some Devastators here, but Jonathan Orion's way outgunned. He's just way outnumbered. We do got the attack Marines as well as the Devastators now repositioning, but Jonathan Orion is in fact down. But yeah, hopefully he's bought enough time. He does have the improved listening post, and we do got attack Marines now being built as well. The banner, he never decaptured the banner, or maybe walked away, allowing him to be recaptured. So now his units will have the Void Shield. We have engaged a weak enemy force. We got corrections here for spotting. I think he's on hold fire stance. Probably a good idea. Don't want them to take pot shots with their handguns. And he will actually repair the area. He only lost Jonathan Orion, and he's technically free. While he will be down for a bit of time, the next attack, he may not even need him to defend. He has a very good defensive force. Oh, I just realized this doctrinal ability the Devastator's gaining the shield does not need the Imperial Knight deployed. So he will have the Void Shield in even when out of combat, and he's actually repairing this stuff up. So overall minor losses I would say, for the Space Marine player. And holy crap, that requisition. Get some more units. Assault Marines is probably a good idea. Have some jump infantry as well. He's also getting some attack Marines as well. Well, the Assault Marines are going to be based on drop pod. Excellent choice for the drop pod. Does it come out? They're already in melee range. We do got another Wog Concert initiated. There's a lot of Ard boys as well as regular boys, and holy crap, my frame rate just took a lag spike for some odd reason. Something involved with those beacons. Devastators are being dropped upon by the Storm Boys. Storm Boys throws out a complete whiff of the Suicide Bomber. You got attack Marines being focused down. These Devastators will be taken out. You got attack Marines here being focused on by the Ludas. Attack Marines will definitely go down. Got stunned from the Ard Boys. We'll pull back the Luda in time so he won't lose that squad. Ard Boys are severely damaged, but he will definitely hack up. No, he will not hack apart the Devastator. Listening Outpost is still alive. In fact, he did not finish it off. He's going to use the melee units to finish it off. He's trying to focus down the Doctrinal Chapel, realizing he's building something. We do got the Assault Marines now coming down by, and that lag spike once again. Not exactly sure what caused it. Probably has to do something with the terrain, actually looking for something, getting something on specifically on screen. Assault Marines are going to be hacking down the Ludas. Listening Outpost is very close to death. He did use the Wog for his Ard Boys. The Doctrinal Chapel is almost down as well. The Listening Post is not completely down. He's trying to reinforce on the front line. No, he's just now doing it a little bit too late. He could have finished it off in time. Doctrinal Chapel still alive. We got the Assault Marines now engaging. Suicide Bomber. He used the entirety of the squad of the Storm Boys for that Suicide Bomb. Will destroy the Doctrinal Chapel. And Assault Marines will be severely damaged. He's trying to hack them apart. He's trying to focus down the Ludas. You will probably kill off the Ludas. We do got Jonathan Orion now here. The Storm Boys still have quite amount of health left. And he will finish off the Ard Boys as well. But was it worth using his Storm Boys? Based on the passive playstyle of his opponent, I think it might have been as well. He's going to destroy the scrap as well. Very nice. You got Zap Noggin out on the field.
A weak enemy force has engaged us. Look northeast.
Let's see. We're still a bit away from getting Gabriel Angelos. We do see another Doctrinal Chapel. Both sides have lost quite a bit. You can see all the bodies. Russians have been spotted. They were trying to do a cheeky decap, probably. Well, no, they can't decap. There's generators there. So perhaps they're just trying to scout out. You will scout out the Doctrinal Chapel, so that's actually quite important. Over here we do got the barracks. Zap Noggin may come in for a couple nukes. Banner's now available. He will throw in that nuke. Will do quite a bit of damage to the attack marines there. Will force them to repair or reinforce. Once again, not sure what's causing the lag spikes. Hopefully they don't have any more engagements in that area, because I think that area is just causing a bit of lag spikes. I think it has to do with the terrain. I may need to adjust some settings next time before next time I record. Perhaps physics. He's providing very good amount of intelligence, just scanning the area. Looks like the Storm Boys have been redeployed, so doing that Suicide Bomber was actually reasonable because he has redeployed them before the next engagement. We got Deathstorm Drop Pod. With the amount of requisition we saw floating up earlier, Deathstorm Drop Pod is not a half bad idea. And especially in that last engagement, it would have been actually quite valuable deploying it, say, right here, allowing you pretty much almost all guns firing, perhaps even just preventing except for one.
We've completed an upgrade.
Yeah, it has to be the terrain. I think something in this area is actually causing me some performance issues. Bits in the kits. Let's see, technology. He has Stronghold Tier 2. You have the WOG Concert. You got 4 WOG Towers. Indifferent. It looks like he's going for upgrades instead. Looks like he's going for power swords versus assault marines. He actually does have, in fact, 2 squads of assault marines. So he can actually make some pretty good use for that. So he's going to be, since he knows this area is pretty well defended, he's going to eye for hitting the other area. Wall concert will be initiated. These guys are still sprinting from the last one, or hyped from the last one, and now they're hyped for this one. So I'm engaging. There is, in fact, the barracks here. There's also this point being claimed by the servitor. We'll soak up some damage. We'll buy him some time. But now there's a lot of tank busters here to destroy. And, oh, performance issues once again. I need to fix that. We do got Gabriel Angelos not being deployed to the front line. We do got Devastators on the high ground over here. Assault Marines engaging the Ard Boys. Attack Marines being engaged here. We do got a huge tank buster here. But thanks to this magical barrier from the banner, soaking up quite a bit of damage. It's actually denying a lot of DPS. We do got the banner. No, that's just a drop pods. We do got Deathstorm drop pod right here. Able to fire up to 3 or 4 of its heavy bolters. Force mass retreat over here. I think that was a bit too late of engagement. A bit of time for the Deathstorm drop pod. Didn't do all too much. He should have deployed a bit sooner. Tier hold, stronghold tier 3 is now coming on out. Storm Boys Manfact go down to Gabriel Angelos. They do not have enough on cooldown for a jump. The observation post was in fact destroyed. The resource generators are in fact next. Gabriel Angelos could go ahead and move forward, soak up damage. I hear Squigs coming on out to engage the back line, but you did focus them down in time. Zap Noggin is trying to do some AoEs onto the Gabriel Angelos, but he's one target. He's better against groups. Wog Tower doing sniff, being receiving quite a bit of damage. You got a nice little nuke hitting the tank busters right there. Zap Noggin trying to throw out some more nukes as well of his own. And you got some las gun devastators. Excuse me. That are now out. Most of you will see a transition to predator-based play soon, but there's a lot of tank busters, so you have to be very careful. You see the 2 Predator upgrades, Predator Destructor, so most of you will see a Predator Destructor spam. And we do have the Tier Hold 3 now up. I mean Stronghold 3. I keep on calling it Tier Hold. Looks like the tank busters have been reinforced. What do we see over here? We got rocks, but he's probably going to save up for Gorguts. That's probably a no-brainer. We do got all 5 Wog Towers now out. Just when the pile of guns were spitting out guns the entire time. Did they... I'm not sure. You know, for the longest time, I didn't realize the pile of guns was actually it just spitting out piles of guns. I did not know that for a long time.
Securing vehicle weaponry upgrade.
See, I hear the weapon upgrades for vehicles. That's probably a good idea. And plus, the only cost for requisitioning has been floating it up quite a bit. Russians could claim that shield generator, but they're going to go very sneakily into this vent here. And we do got another assault over here. This shield generator will go down once again quite quickly. We could see an orbital strike instead of the Imperial Knight, but that's probably very questionable also. We got some TAC Marines being deployed here. We do got quite a bit of damage coming on the shield generator. He even threw the nuke there. Very waste of a nuke, really. He could have saved that on cooldown. Now he has this assault over here when there's off cooldown. Assault Marines coming in, knocking back a bit of group, hurting these tank busters into the area. I think there was Storm Boys coming out. No, in fact, it's Gorguts. Storm Boys are right there. Never mind. TAC Marines are in pursuit. Looks like Assault Marines are going to be falling back now as well. Orks is starting to make his way forward. He looks like he did not release his grappling claw in time. Not grappling claw, the spinning claw, whatever you want to call it. Storm Boys are very low in health. They're a couple shots away from death. Could go down. Barrage of squids coming on in, and these guys are very bunched up. These are not the mine squids, so they won't stay there for. They are completely exposed right now.
Heavy bolter team en route. Vehicle weaponry is improved.
He's going to do a mass reinforce now. That is going to take quite a bit of income. We do have enough power. The Destructor, as I just said. Saying he had enough power for it. The Predator Destructor would be an excellent asset, but he has to be very wary of these tank busters.
Team deployed. Scouts readying for drop.
Scouts is an unusual option, but mostly for the blind grenades. The wall contract's being initiated. Looks like the Orcs going to be eyeing for another attack, and I see a big track out on the field. It is, in fact, the upgraded one. Here would be probably a very good position. Yes, he is. I may throw out some squig spotter right now, and perhaps throw out some mines. Perhaps mines to cover this approach. The squig spotter could annihilate this structure. I believe it will annihilate it. Wall concert has hyped him up, allowing them to move forward. There is the squig spotter, I believe. But it gets bounced. That shot got bounced back by Gabriel Angelos. So that was a good count. Maybe a bit unplanned by accident. But still good nonetheless. We do got the Predator Destructor on the back line doing quite a bit of damage. Game where the tanks must be in the back line over the front line. Dawn of War. Here comes the squid spotter. Will cause a barrage there. We'll get Gabriel Angelos for a bit, but nothing too major.
Deathstorm drop pod readying.
Predators are very expensive in power. See, Destructors is the ones he's planning to get. Yeah, he needs a lot of power for the Destructor. So getting Deathstorm drop pods to help support them, drop them where the tank buses are, allow them to soak up some shots, if not do some damage, and let the Predator Destructors just rain damn hell from a distance. Ideally, anyways. Idea is that plans go out the window when somebody gets punched in the face anyways.
Drop pod is available.
Could see something else being built from that drop pod now, but he's probably saving up for another Predator. He just needs a little bit more power.
Preparing Predator Destructor for deployment.
There we go. He could go and get some scouts. I was going to say attack Marines, but scouts is another good option. Next squad concert's moving forward. Orc players been in the offense for quite some time. There goes that shield generator instantly once again. Attack Marines, Devastators, Predators, they have a very good defensive position, though the shield generator is almost down. Oh, what a nuke. Wipes out one squad entirely, nearly wipes out another. But we do got Gorguts preventing shots there, but his grappling spinning claw is now down. Predator Destructor has still to shield up, so he still has quite a bit of resiliency. Nice drop pod there, knocking back the weird boy. There's a huge number of tank busters. We got to teleport up to the high ground. Squid Spotter comes in with a rain of barrages. Didn't do all too much. More good against structures. That Predator needs to back up. He's going to get barraged down instantly. Squig's coming in, disrupting the Devastators. Still got this Predator on the high ground here. A Deathstorm drop pod comes in a very good position, dealing quite a bit of good amount of damage, forcing his opponent back. He can't stay too long near that.
Vehicle durability upgrade in progress.
Oh, an Ardboy is actually still alive right here, and we still got the big track doing quite a bit of damage, just poking away. Actually, he's in the vent. Doesn't look like it, but he is. The resource points will be cleaned up. The Space Marine player hasn't really has his income maxed out on these points, while this has only been upgraded once. This has been upgraded twice. It's best to have this one upgraded twice. More points, more income. We have enough power to see another Predator. The big track has been spotted. He sort of forgot about it. Big track will try to run away. He perhaps should just kill him far mode. Squig Spotter coming in, but it was a complete whiff. huge amount of power built up. What is he going to plan with it? He needs to get some more Devastators to go along with it. He needs everything. He needs reinforcements.
Assault Marines readying for drop.
Assault Marines, probably a good idea to help disrupt the backline. And that's a big barrage hitting that Predator for quite a bit of damage. Can't stay there for all too long. Jonathan Orion came on here with the stone barrier, the stone wall, or Fury of the Ancients in stone wall.
Servitor for deployment.
What's it called? Disciple stone wall, yeah.
Servitor deployed.
Spell, no, it is stone wall. Jeez, why am I overthinking it?
Servitor deployed.
The squigs want to, and it looks like Jonathan Orion's petting the squigs. They didn't explode. Sounds like a good idea. Both of the shield generators are down for the Space Marine player, and the Orc player has been on offensive for a very long time. So Predator is getting some more health, but he needs some more servitors for it.
A servitor is en route. Servitor deployed.
Using Gretchen's, even if he just lets that thing get destroyed, that wouldn't be half bad idea. The Devastators made some pretty good use out of that shield generator.
Servitor deployed. Preparing heavy bolter devastators for deployment.
More heavy bolter Devastators is a good idea.
A new pod is available. Infantry durability upgrade in progress.
Pretty much what I just say right now, spend your income. You got some Death Copters, and this Death Copter has done some work. It's currently being healed up as well. Maybe that was just it from being built by scrap. Not really sure.
Reached us. To the southeast. A new drop pod bay is online.
Yeah, it's just them being built. So I'm not so sure what he has planned with Death Copters. You don't see them all too often. They tend to only really be good at harassing observation posts. And we do got another assault over here. We do got this Predator gaining some stacks. This one has been caught out, receiving quite a bit of damage. The shield is completely down now. We do got Gorguts doing a nice little taunt there. But nice bounce back with Gabriel Angelos. Will force him to mobilize on the Weird Boy. The Arbor's are trying to run down the Predator, but he's out. He's pacing them, allowing them to escape. Lots of squigs are coming on into the air, doing quite a bit of AoE damage to these heroic elite units. We do got some Assault Marines being deployed down as well. We do got Lasgun Devastators fully charged up onto War Boss Gorguts. We got another jump in on top of the big track. The big track is now being hacked apart by the Assault Marines. In fact, that shield generator may in fact save it, but no, the Predator Destructor in fact saved it. Gorguts is still barely alive, but yet barely. Squigs are coming on in. Gorguts will in fact go down, but there's a large number of tank busters here for defense, as well as some squigs apparently in the area. Space Marine player really needed to be on the offense, and now he is. Both Predators are still in fact alive. In fact, he's approaching enough power for another one. Another big track has been built, I think by scrap. Oh, the mech shop is here, so perhaps not.
A power generator has been destroyed. A requisition
The Weird Boy is still doing quite a bit of good damage, but thanks to the shield generator from the doctrinal support, they're withstanding the immobilize from the Weird Boy. Predators are now gaining some very good amount of stacks, increasing the rate of fire. Oh, is those rocks? Not exactly sure what was that. That wasn't rock. That rocks.
for deployment.
No rocks, so I'm not exactly sure what that giant circle was.
The destructor deployed.
Big Track's doing quite a bit of good long-range damage, but these Big tracks are actually getting hit. Busters are way too up. The AoE damage from the Predators do massive amounts of damage. In fact, they are just doing massive amount of damage. Jonathan Orion's pitching in some AoEs as well. These Predators are received quite a bit of damage. They're pretty low in health, but they do have quite a bit of number of health upgrades. Maybe max out on that. Space Marine Army is still going. You got these servitors trying to heal up on the front line. They're actually doing a reasonable good job at it. They destroy the building, the mech shop, so he needs to get back. That wasn't the mech shop, that was something else. That servitor is still in fact alive. These predators need to get back home. They're way too low in health. He's going in. He will lose one predator. He will lose the other one. He really didn't need to lose those guys. He could easily pull back and get them healed up. Deathcopters, what are you doing? Oh, I'm not exactly sure what the Deathcopter's been doing. Oh, this area's definitely been hit hard.
We've taken a resource point.
How many? Ooh, we're approaching the deployment of the Imperial Knight. That will be a massive swing in favor of the Space Marine player. And in fact, this whole assault here was very favorable, I would say. Overall, very good for him. Harassing this economy as well. Very good for this Orc player. Though the Orc player has lost. Sorry about that. Apparently, I had to free up some space on my hard drive, so I had to put it on pause. I'm probably gonna be editing out. Not a big problem. But there's going to be a little bit of jump, probably only about 30 seconds or so will be lost, which nothing too much has happened in those 30 seconds. You got these Gretchen spawning. This is force. This is actually a huge scout right here. Oh, I suppose shooting that tower will also scout that as well. The Imperial Knight has been deployed. He does have access to the piercing shot. We do got a nuke coming on now. We'll actually immobilize Imperial Paladin, so he won't be able to get any good shots off with his piercing shot. Orks is moving on in. We do got the Squig Spotter in, as well as Rocks. That Squig Spotter is going to do quite a bit of pushback right there. The rock is currently attached to Gorguts. Gorguts is trying to a nuke, basically use it to nuke the Imperial Paladin. I suppose he will have trouble facing it any other way. His opponent's force has been largely cleaned up. He still has a large enough tank busters for defense. So I sort of like this idea of using the rock to do damage to the Imperial Knight. It is currently stunned. There's quite a bit of damage already down upon these units. We do not got the banner. Has not been fully captured, so his units will still gain the health, the passive health regeneration. Multiple piercing shots have gone through. Largely missing the tank busters. He still got a big track over here, so he did not hit that. We do got another big track over here. Currently kill him close mode. Where is it? Oh, it is in kill him var, just not deployed up or firing. We do got more nukes coming in from the weird boy. More and more piercing shots coming on through. One predator is alive but severely damaged. His force is severely damaged all around. Imperial Knight can still withstand quite a bit of hits. He's actually repositioning his units so his Imperial Knight can go in first, allowing it to soak some damage for his other units. Currently, he could get a couple more Deathstorm drop pods if he so chooses. He can make use of these orbital relays. Oh, but here, here's a predator over here trying to engage these big tracks. Big tracks, just artillery mode doesn't. Will take quite a bit of time to take on the predators.
Securing infantry damage upgrade.
See, he's saying capture that up. These Gretchens really is spawning for the artillery. That's why they're being so effective right now. Good usage of all these Gretchen, just constantly having scouts out, spotting for the artillery. Very good work.
Weapons charged for orbital bombardment.
Big float of requisition. You could get 3 Deathstorm drop pods if you so choose. Drop them all in if you so choose. Servers healing up the predators, very necessary.
Deathstorm turret ready to deploy.
Brief moment of quiet has come upon the field. We do got 2 vehicle upgrades, 1 damage upgrade, 2 health, 4 infantry health, 2 infantry damage. Over here, just the only thing left are spider mines, as well as the infantry damage 3. Everything else has been researched. Very good usage having the vehicle damage upgraded for his predators. Has a large number of Devastators as well. Terminators would have been a much better option, I guess, than the Imperial Knights. So they have perhaps maybe both. Well, this Paladin Command is available elite, so you could have got that as well as Terminators, so they didn't have the setup time for them, allowing them to be more of an assault unit. Deploying both his elites back out on the field.
Deployment. A servitor is en route. Servitor deployed. Infantry damage upgrade.
He spotted these Gretchens now. He will definitely destroy
Servitor deployed.
a shield generator before he actually kills off the Gretchens, most likely. He will knock out one of the Gretchen models. And there goes the shield generator. Orbital strike is now available. How soon do we see rocks? 10 elite points. He needed more, call it more rocks. And look at all these Gretchens. Look at, he has a lot of Gretchens for repairs. Wait, he has hardly anything for them. They're all pretty much just around in scouts. Most of these are scouts. He has a huge number of big tracks. Perhaps he should just start spamming out mines and squid spotters. That's something I haven't seen all too often. The mines and the squids. Well, we have seen plenty of squid spotters, but we haven't seen all too many mines. If he just spams them out, it really does slow your opponent's advance. Even if it's only slightly, might as well slow them down.
Predator destructor deployed.
Population is definitely in favor of the Orc player. That Death Copter is definitely dead. Oh, Kamikaze. Nope, that didn't do any damage to the building. I thought it would have done more damage, if any. Oh, he did pile scrap on top of the stairs. Or the ramp. If that means anything.
A servitor is en
I
route.
don't really know what to say, other than this big trap's on a giant pile of scrap. I don't know why, but this just seems amusing to me. The game just slow at the moment. I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward a little bit. You got some Ludas moving forward.
Las cannon team deployed.
You do got the Space Marine player now. Looks like he's eyeing for an assault.
A weak enemy force has engaged us.
Next engagement may be the last.
Deployed.
It's going to be the last for a long time with the amount of armies on each side. Or very quickly, depending how the nukes go. We'll kill off those two servitors. We do got some Lasgun Devastators picking away at some of these Ard boys. We do got 3 Predators here. One of them's already have 2 stacks. Large miss with the standard stone wall, and we got a very large defensive line even on the high ground as well. So, and we do got Gorguts going up the spinning claw, taunting these nearby units. Predator is almost dead. The squig spotter. Gorguts actually receiving quite a bit of fire. He was actually silenced for a time. The Gorguts is meant for tanking damage. He's doing just that. These Predators are receiving quite a bit of damage from these big tracks in the kill 'em far mode. We've got Gabriel Angelos going on in. Almost looks like almost all the tank busters may in fact be down. And nope, they just got repositioned over here. Gabriel Angelos now surviving, just thinks the void shield from the standard. One of the big tracks did in fact go down. Another Predator just went down. We have down to 1 Predator. Imperial Paladin needs to start using his piercing shot in order to take out these big tracks, I would say. Eye of the tank busters, very close miss right there. If you were to get that hit, that would be a massive amount of damage. The Iron Shield has been initiated, allowing the assault forward, but we do got the rocks now coming on in, and we do got a nice immobilizing crit right there. The damage on time rocks will come in handy. We could see an orbital strike. You really should see an orbital strike hit these tank busters. I'm not sure why we haven't seen it. There goes another big track. We still got, what, 2, 3, 2? Actually, I see 4 on the mini-map. 2 of them are not in the engagement. I think built by scrap. Vision shot coming on in. Will destroy the shield generator. Probably will see another one in order to engage. These tank busters are being cleaned up finally. The big track still raining in death from range. Piercing shot coming on in. Looks like did a bit of damage. Looks like it may have been a large miss. Squig spotter coming on in. We do got a large barrage coming in. Another squid spotter. More disruption coming down on the line, but this big track may in fact go down.
Assault Marine squad deployed.
Ard boys coming, no, just regular boys. But Jonathan Orion here is using one of his abilities, the Emperor's Light. And this big track will in fact go down to have the heavy data center las gun. Both sides have lost a significant amount of assets there. I honestly cannot say who actually came out on top, though a substantial amount of ground was pushed on the Orc side, so most likely will actually that did go in favor of the Space Marine player. But with all these wreckages now reducing mass usage of the scrap. More Predator Destructors coming on out. And we do got Assault Marines coming in for assault. We do got another big track. We have them kill him close mode. And you got another Dadaka hut coming on front line as well. Front line being a relative term, really. And with the Power Sword upgrade, they're doing true damage, so they will ignore the armor of these big tracks.
Las cannon team deployed.
The Destructor doing some good amount of damage. Looks like the Imperial Knight He's back at base, healing up. Will take still a bit of time. Looks like Gretchen's actually managed to finish off Salt Marine, or may have been this big track. All the drop pods now available for the Space Marine player, but he doesn't have a lot of requisition to do a mass spend. Ooh, a lot of these guys still pretty low in health. Didn't we just... For some reason I thought we saw a mass recall. Perhaps a mass recall would be good to order pull back this Predator. Can't be losing this Predator. We got a Suicide Bomber. Will stun the unit. Still has a bit of health left, but you got another nuke coming on in. We'll kill off the unit there. Jonathan Ryan engaging the boys. He's getting hit by multiple big tracks. Granted, when I said before he lost Jonathan Orion, doesn't mean it also means they increases the countdown by 30 seconds.
Scouts readying for drop.
This Marine player has reformed his lines, now eyeing for a counterattack. The Orc player has still a large number of big tracks, but he no longer has his tank busters. He has a couple of boys, but that's pretty much it. He's pretty much a big track army. But he's not on the big track to victory. Really horrible puns. Looks like somebody's being deployed. Just some scouts for some disruption and most likely for spotting, really. Always coming for a flank, but they're way outgunned. Though there's a number of good nukes coming from Zapnoggin. Over here, the piercing shots starting to come on in. Imperial Paladin trying to eye to destroy these big tracks. There's just a line of big tracks here. We do got Gorguts with him scrapped up. Now, if he doesn't release his Spin and Claw, he can also do a miniature Wog. Will taunt nearby Assault Marines and kill him in close mode will result in quite a bit of damage dealt. The banner coming down. The Wog concept was in fact finished, so now we do got a mass hype up as well as the healing across all of his units. That's actually quite important. A lot of explosion going in everywhere. It's a very, very messy engagement. But I think the Space Marine player is coming cost efficiently. There goes Gorguts. But there goes a structure there. Gabriel Angelos is in the middle, getting healed up by the banner.
Point captured. May this fuel our victory.
Another big track going down. Another big track going down. A lot of big tracks are going down, and that is very problematic for his playstyle. More squid spotters coming on in. Gabriel Angelos now engaged in the last of the big tracks on this side of the map anyways. Always starting to come on in, but I think the Space Marine player has this game in the bag. Gaining a substantial amount of ground. And that is, in fact, the end of the replay. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.